Let's turn on some lights. Today I want to talk about something that's actually important, you could say. Actually, nothing is really that important. If something arises, it's just the isness that wants to arise as that. But when I was in the story of me, and tried to wake up, there was this clinging to consciousness. At least I am conscious, so I don't have to worry. So that prevented my ego death, because ego was identified with consciousness. Then I saw that in this teaching of the Buddha, he says that this feeling of I consists out of form, thoughts, feelings, identifications, and consciousness itself. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm not even the consciousness? So I'm just a neurotical brain trapped in a skull on top of a body, and this is the world? Is that it? See? The ego has a problem with that, because then the ego finally realizes, what do you mean? I'm not special? What? I'm not? No, the ego's like, I can't take it. No, the ego wants to be immortal. It tries to take the concept of enlightenment and it tries to become immortal by clinging to the concept of the immortal consciousness. That's how your ego is, trying to create more and more problems. The ego, it doesn't matter what you think the ego is, because the ego is just it's a word for something that's not that important. Just because there's a bird flying in the sky doesn't mean that I'm this bird. Just because there's a thought that says I'm an ego, I exist, just because there's a thought floating by doesn't mean that I am that. Just because there's a feeling that feels like I exist doesn't mean that it means anything. Doesn't mean that I have to transcend this thing. It's just there's a feeling of I exist. Who is aware of that feeling? Don't look for that one. It's invisible. Don't look for it. You are it. There's no philosophy. It's just whatever is. Interpreting knowledge onto things and thinking that you know something now is pretty dumb, but it's still the isness doing what it's doing, and me calling those people dumb is also the isness just doing what it wants to do. So it's just acceptance, but it's not the person that is accepting everything. It's just acceptance itself that's accepting everything, and it has no other choice than to accept, and it's our true self. See, some people say, but I need my thoughts to know what I have to do. No, there's no I. There's just thoughts. It's thoughts giving you the impression that you are you. If we would speak more accurate, I wouldn't say I would say thought is standing here. Thought is pretending to be inside of a body and is standing here. But also that would just be a word. It's inaccurate, and then there's no reason to try and create a non-dual language. It doesn't exist. Some people say, but there is an I. There's not. Look, you're not this hand. You're not that. 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 Alright? If someone is cutting your face open, your skull, there's a brain, you're not that. If if there's a thought saying, but I am, you're not that. You can look for your me, for the I, for, I don't know. Just look for it. You won't find it. You won't find it. All you have... Look, it's just... Everything you will ever see are just objects. It's just objects. Even a thought. The mind tries to create a subtle, very subtle image of what consciousness is. Sometimes we think we are awakened and we look at our thought of consciousness and we say, that's me. But it's very subtle. It's like we don't even notice it. But no, don't think about you are the one seeing the object. And once this is really established and clear that everything that is seen cannot be used, like this eye cannot see itself. It's like it doesn't work, see? If I look at the mirror, I'm not really seeing my eye there. I'm just seeing a reflection of my eye. It's not my eye. I'm talking about the eyes, not about the eye. Now, why is this even useful, the ego might ask? There might be a thought that says, but why should I even bother about it? Because if you think that you are a thought, a subject, thought in a world, you are in lack. You attract even more lack, because that's the way the universe is trying to wake you up. Suffering is an alarm clock, so you are here watching this video because you want to wake up, or you are an awakened being. Doesn't exist really, because when you are awake there's just awakening and no one to claim it. But you're here watching it because you want to wake up, because you want that suffering to end, because you want to see through the illusion and see that there is actually no one. And when you notice that there is no one, there's only abundance. And this feeling of abundance, and from that feeling, real manifestation can begin. There's no need to read manifestation books, the law of attraction, The Secret. Doesn't work if you are in lack. If you are a person, an I that reads how to manifest, you're trying to manifest for your ego. And it doesn't matter if your ego wants to manifest a relationship and it actually works. As long as you're an ego identified with a thought, if you actually do attract this relationship, what will happen? You will suffer. And that's it. Now it feels like there's something to get, something to find out. There is something in the future that will complete you. No. There is something in the past that you can heal. No. I've never seen the future, never seen the past. There was a comment on my last video, I think, or no, it's not my last. But there was a comment where someone said that he took ayahuasca and he saw how there's no time. It's just the big bang banging in front of his eyes, like every moment is no, there's no past. I'm not a person that came from the past and I am on a journey to get to the future. Please don't waste your life thinking that this is the case. Also, don't pick up the words. These are not words, just sounds, and you interpret meaning into them, and then there's this feeling of it's a word. It's not a word, it's just sound. So don't pick anything up here. Knowledge is useless. Knowledge makes you ignorant. Just drop it. And you'll be free. You know, there's And nothing is actually wrong. I'm not saying that anything is wrong, you know? If someone wants to argue against it, that's the isness. That's what is. If someone says, I understand it, it's just an ego. So you don't understand it. But that's what is. And if someone's saying, I don't get it, it's just a thought. And that thought doesn't say anything about who you are. Just like you are not the bird flying in the sky. Just like you are not the clock ticking in the other room. The one that's aware of everything cannot be seen. You know, when you are watching a movie, there's an actor, there's a character in the movie, and someone tells him, you know, there's a reality, there's a screen. He doesn't know where the screen is. Well, Deadpool knows where the screen is, but usually they don't. But you're the screen, you won't find the screen. It's just, that's it. No need to meditate. Someone on my last video said, I need a teacher, so that teacher can show me the right path. I don't see a path. I was on a path for my whole life, and I don't want to waste any more time on a path that doesn't exist. I don't want you to waste your time on a path that doesn't exist. You know, we have movements, religions, philosophies, teachers, spiritual teachers, spiritual egos pretending to be liberated. They tell you how to live in the right way, how to... I mean, it's pure entertainment to listen to those things. But don't interpret actual serious... You know, it's nothing serious about it. It's not serious. This is entertainment. I listen to Jordan Peterson talking about something as if it's something serious. No, I just watch it's entertainment, that's it. When something gives you the impression that, you know, there's something to understand, you have to find something out about society. Do that. If you want to, it's empty. I'm telling you, it's empty. Do it if you want to. I just like to be a free spirit. I guess you also like to be a free spirit, which is why you're here. That's the tribe. Actually, nothing is pretending to be a tribe. Alright. I find myself being more and more spontaneous. You know, just record, say something, upload. No planning, no experience of an eye. Enlightenment. That's enlightenment. Nirvana, Satori, non-dual awareness. A noble word for something that even little children are experiencing. It's like it's normal. Newborn babies are enlightened. They are your best teachers. You don't need a white beard and an Indian accent to be enlightened. What is enlightenment? It's nothing. No one is enlightened. It's just if you're free, which means if you don't mistake yourself as something that you really are not, then you're free. Your sense of I is the conditioning. You cannot escape from the matrix. You are the matrix. But who's aware of the matrix? No one. And yet, things are experienced. It's a mystery, but it's obvious. It doesn't make sense. And yet, it's the only thing that actually makes sense. Alright. If you have a question, write a comment, like this video, subscribe. My mind is just crumbling right now. Alright, have a great day.